help you buy the right security alarm system for your property. About 15 years ago, I bought the cheapest, nastiest alarm system I could possibly find, thinking it would do what I wanted it to do. I had nothing but problems. The batteries couldn't be bought locally to replace batteries. It just didn't work properly, didn't do what I wanted it to do. But worst of all, I had false alarms almost every night or a few times a week at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and it was waking me up every night and I was sleep deprived and unhappy. So this video is designed to make sure you buy the right system for your needs, and so you ultimately don't do what I did 15 years ago. The topics we're going to cover today is why you need an alarm system, how they work, the different types of alarm systems, which is a very common mistake. People buy the wrong type of alarm system, and the installation and where to buy these systems from. So first of all, why do we need an alarm system? Well, an alarm system is designed to protect us from crime, okay? Last year in Queensland alone, there was over 500,000 property crimes. Now, property crime is out of control and criminals are taking advantage of this, and they're targeting properties, private homes and commercial businesses that are generally not secured with security systems and security services. They do target these properties because they know they're an easy target to get away with the crimes. Now look, don't get me wrong, they will still you will still get broken into even if you have an alarm system or cameras, okay? But it definitely limits how long that they're on site for, and it prevents them from breaking into your property if there's another opportunity down the road where there's less security. So, look, having an alarm system and security cameras are the standard for any property. Okay, the more value you've got on the property, the more security you need, and that's when we can get into other security services to protect you from crime. Now, some of the effects of property crime are very significant and also can be lifelong lasting. So, financially, it is expensive. Okay. Criminals will force their way in, they will break gates, doors, windows, anything they can to force their way into your property. Then you've got the expense of replacing the stolen or damaged items. Okay? If you're a business, you've got operational downtime where your business will have to shut down to replace these the doors, your gates, your windows, or replace your machinery or your stolen items. And there's some expenses and operational downtime that really just throw a spanner in the works. Okay, but the most important one is the psychological and emotional effects of crime. Many years ago, I had someone break into our house and actually held us hostage for a couple of hours until we could finally call police and get them there to assist us. I had another incident where someone broke into my house while I was asleep, and psychologically that leaves an impact on your life that is life lasting. Now, it's probably the reason, or one of the reasons, that I'm in security today, and my life mission is to make the world a safer place. So psychological effects play a big part in the impact of crimes. Okay, and if your workers are robbed or held up or detained during a robbery, then you've got workplace health and safety audits and issues that you're going to have to deal with. You've got workers' compensation. You've got staff off work. You need to hire more staff to cover those staff. There's a lot of impacts on businesses when it comes to these property crimes or robberies or things that go on. Let's look at how they work and how they actually protect you. So, what an alarm system is designed to do is it's designed to set off a siren that is such a high frequency and such a loud decibel that it stops the criminals in their tracks and ultimately gets them out of that property as quick as possible. Now, it does this because it is actually such a high pitch and high decibel that it disrupts their thought process and disorientates them. So they've done tests and studies on this, and you generally cannot tolerate one of these sirens going off in close proximity for more than 15 minutes. Okay, so what it's ultimately doing is when a criminal breaks into your property, they generally do not stay very long. They get out of there as quick as possible. Now, that might be the difference between them not stealing anything or stealing very, very little things from your property and them getting out of there as soon as that siren goes off. Now, the next most common question I get asked is, how does the alarm system get activated? So, we've got a very wide range of detectors and accessories that you can program to these alarm systems. So, the most common ones are motion detectors or PIR sensors, and these motion detectors are set off by sometimes heat, motion. They use different frequencies. They can be pet friendly, so if your dog or cat, generally less than 25 kilos, is walking around, they won't actually set it off and set false alarms off. The new good quality detectors don't get set off by insects or rodents and things like that as much. So the better quality system and detectors you buy, you'll have false alarms. Now, there's also other detectors like door read switches, so when someone opens the door or window, the magnets will be moved and it will actually activate the alarm system. We've also got glass break detectors, there's curtain detectors, we have beam detectors and outdoor detectors, so you can have a beam on one side of your fence or yard or property and a beam on the other side, and when someone walks through that beam, that will actually activate the detector and alarm system as well. There's also some other great accessories that you can program into these alarm systems, such as smoke and fire alarms, so you can be notified when there's a fire or there's smoke in your house. It's great if you're not there and you don't know your house or property is burning down. We've also got flood detectors to detect water and floods. There's CO and gas detectors for any gas. And one of the really common detectors that a lot of people add onto their alarm system is a panic or duress or hold up button. Now, what this is it can be hard mounted under a desk, it can be a lanyard, a belt clip, and if you're a business that has lone workers or in a high risk environment for robberies and hold ups, your staff can activate this, and the emergency services, police and security can be sent out to assist. Now, it's also great for people that are elderly, at home alone, they have people that have disabilities or medical conditions that may need assistance. It's a great way to dispatch emergency services and contact your emergency contact list. So look, there's a heap of great accessories. You can also program some cameras into your alarm systems now that take video verification when the alarm is activated. Look, there's just endless amounts of accessories that you can add. You can also have multiple keypads, remote controls to arm and disarm, key like RFID tags to arm and disarm your system. You can arm and disarm them from the smartphone app. Or you can use the general pin pad where you put in your pin code and arm and disarm the system as well. So look, that's pretty well how they work. They're all very similar in that sense, but where they're different is the different types of alarm systems. Now, this is where people go wrong. They don't know what type of alarm system they need. They go and buy the cheapest one possible and then realize it doesn't do what they're expecting it to do. So, you've got wireless and hardwired systems. Now, wireless systems are great for home properties like homes, apartments, small businesses, offices, retail spaces, and generally smaller sized properties. When you go to a massive warehouse or a really big property with lots of different buildings on it, generally a hardwired system is the only way to go. Now, hardwired systems are a lot more expensive in the installation side of things. We need to run cabling, there's a lot of labor and time involved in installing these, and traditionally the hardwired system was the only option you had. Now, wireless systems are definitely the way to go for most cases that you can. If you can get away with a wireless system and your range is that if you've just got a small home or business, a wireless system is going to be great because it's going to save you a lot of time on installation and ultimately a lot of money installing it as well. Now, most of the wireless systems, you can actually install them yourself. They're very easy. Now, some different ones have a bit more tricky programming, and you might want to pay professional installation, pay for professional installation of a security technician, and they can install it for you. But a lot of the wireless systems you can program and install yourself. They're simple, they're battery operated detectors. You can either screw them on the wall or the door. Sometimes you can use 3M double-sided tape. You plug the panel in, you program the panel, you program the detectors, and you're ready to go. Okay, so that's easy. Most people, that's an easy decision to make. Most people are going to go with a wireless system if they can get away with it. All right, where it gets really tricky, and this is what people don't understand, is do you want your alarm system to be self-monitored or professionally monitored? Now, self-monitoring is where the alarm system, when there's an activation, it sends a push notification to your smartphone app, or it sends you a text message, or it will possibly call you and let you know there's an alarm system. Okay, that's self-monitoring. And a lot of people want to go that way because it's it's just the standard thing or the cheapest thing that you can do. Having a professional security company monitor your alarm system actually has a lot of great benefits, and sometimes you actually need this service. You can't have a self-monitored system. So why would you want a professionally monitored system? Now, professionally monitored alarm systems are monitored by licensed security professionals that monitor your alarm system for activations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, why would you want that? So, if you monitor your alarm system yourself, and you're on holidays, or you're at home and your business alarm has gone off at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, you're not going to get woken up by a push notification or a text message, or sometimes you may not even get woken up to a phone call if you're in the deepest part of your sleep. So no one's going to know that your property's been broken into. All right. Now, what about the other side of the story where you are at home or at the property asleep and someone breaks into your house? You now are unable to call police and security if they are in your house and they're armed. You will more than likely be taken hostage, okay? So you are unable to call emergency services to help you in that situation. Now, I have personally had that happen to me many years ago. I had someone break into my home and I was held hostage. Now, it is very scary, and you basically go into panic mode, and it is very difficult to call emergency services. Now, I was lucky that I had someone else in the house that was still in the bedroom that could call police for me, but that might not be a possibility for you. Okay, so having a professional security company monitor your alarm system, they can dispatch police and security and emergency services to you when you can't. Okay, that is the most important thing. However, there is other benefits, like your insurance company will actually give you a discount if you've got an alarm system. But what's tricky is a lot of people don't realize that your insurance company will not insure you or will not give you a discount on insurance if your alarm system is not monitored by a professional security company. If you are a business and you are using your alarm system for a duress or hold-up system, you more than likely will not meet your workplace health and safety regulation unless your alarm system is professionally monitored. Okay, so businesses really need a professional monitored system. Now, I reckon everyone needs a professionally monitored system. It's normally the homeowners that get away with self-monitoring, and they take the risk of, if something happens, I'll just deal with it myself. But what we find is people self-monitor their system, and they either miss the alarm or they cannot respond in that situation. And at the end of the day, your alarm system is pointless if it's not doing what it's designed for. Okay, yes, the siren may scare them away, and that may be all that you need, which is great. But look, professionally monitored systems is the way to go. But not all alarm systems can be professionally monitored. So this is where the problem comes up, is people buy a cheap alarm system, it can't be professionally monitored. They say that they tell their insurance company that they've got an alarm system on the property gets broken into, they go to make an insurance claim. The insurance companies like to get out of paying insurance claims, so they investigate, they find out your alarm system is not monitored professionally, and then they don't pay, they don't authorize your claim, and you're left to pay all the expenses and deal with the situation yourself. So you do need to be very careful. Now, if you know you want a professionally monitored system, you need to make sure the system can be monitored professionally. Now, one of the brands that we sell that can be monitored is Risco. We have a wireless system that can be used for homes and businesses, and the Risco system can be professionally monitored. If you're just after a self-monitored system, we sell a Watchguard or another brand called Kerui, and they are basically cheaper alarm systems for home security, but unfortunately, they can't be monitored professionally. So, and if we go to a hardwired, look, we stock a range of different brands that can be monitored. Pretty well all hardwired alarm systems can have the ability to be monitored professionally. So that covers the types of alarm systems. Now, like when it comes to installation, you either try to install the system yourself, and if it's a wireless system, they are very easy to do. However, if you're not interested in reading manuals, most people don't like to read manuals and instructions. You could always pay a professional installation company like V.I.P 360. We have licensed security installers that can actually come out and install your system, set it up correctly, make sure it's working properly. If you're a business and you're getting a professionally monitored system, you really do need a security installer, a licensed security installer to set it up properly and make sure that it's being monitored correctly with our monitoring company and everything's working correctly. So where do you buy an alarm system? Look, there's plenty of places that you can buy them from, and look, I would honestly, there's a lot of places that sell alarm systems, especially places online as well, that sell alarm systems, but they're not security firms. They're not a licensed security firm. They don't have professional security consultants that work for them, and you can't really speak to someone to find out exactly what you need to buy for your property and your needs. So I wouldn't recommend just jumping on the internet and buying anything. I would recommend speaking to a security firm that sells security systems and they install them, and that way you can get the right advice and buy the right system for your needs. Now, V.I.P 360, we specialize in security services as well as security products. We have licensed and qualified security installers plus security consultants that you can speak to help you making the decision on what system you need to buy. Okay, we sell cameras, we sell access control, alarm systems, all types of security products. If you go onto our website, vip360security.com.au, we do sell some of our home security products on our website. You can order them straight online, have them sent to your door, and install them yourself. For the commercial grade security alarm systems and cameras and products, we generally don't sell them on our website because they are products that we generally have to install ourselves, and they're more suitable for businesses or people that want the best quality security products that they can buy. So give us a call if you want some free advice on 1-800-847-360. That's 1-800-VIP360. You can have a chat to a security consultant. They can come up with a solution for your needs and point you in the right direction and provide you with a quote. If you need security cameras or any other security products, alarm systems are great by themselves, but I would honestly recommend supplementing them with security cameras. And I've got other videos that explain all about what types of cameras you need. But speak to one of our security consultants and they can help you out as well. Now, by the end of this video, you should have a really good understanding of what type of system that you need. So feel free to reach out and we'll help you with that, or jump on our website and purchase something if you need to.